Hello, my dear family members. If you have given the Accenture first round and if you have given the communication assessment and if you have questions like for Accenture interview, is this an online assessment or offline? Or if you have questions like what happened with the 2025 batch, what are the experience they have shared and what are the experience 2026 batch are sharing with me. Let me just share all of those in this video one by one. Just before that, guys, please subscribe this channel and watch the playlist regarding any company that you want, and let me know which content you want more. If you want me to upload more Accenture technical round questions, interview questions, or HR questions, or any other questions, then please comment down. I'll make more content on those. Okay, now let me discuss the recent interview experience. But just before that, the first question is what happened with 2025 batch. Actually, for 2025 on campus drive, there was a lot of confusion, lot of eliminations were there. Actually, on the basis of business demand they hire, right? So certainly, unfortunately, there was a very lesser business demand in Accenture, so that's why they have conducted the interview for 2025 batch, but they have not released the interview result for like mass scale. Okay, let's say for 100 out of 100 they have released the result for only 15 to 20% students. So this happened with the last year candidates, but for you it's going to be very good news because they have already uh, announced that they're going to hire more people, like 11,000 people are going to be hired in the upcoming year. So it is very good news for your batch. Okay, now the next question is this round going to be held online or offline? So the round is going to be held very genuinely, guys. The answer is on or offline, both. Why? Because they have not that much places to conduct the exam, conduct the interview. They have not that much time, and also they have not that much resources to conduct the interview in such a way. Okay, so that's why you can expect both. But what the interview experience I'm going to share, that has been conducted via online mode, virtual mode. Okay, now let me discuss the next question, that is what are the real questions they are asking for Accenture interview 2026 batch. So the question is, let me share that. Actually, I'll start from the very beginning.
Hey, you ready for the future? Tekno UF is here with premium prep materials, no need to fear. Cognizant, Accenture, TCS, and more. We'll get you ready, open up that door.
So the first question you will face is tell me about yourself. Okay, and this is a very common questions for all the upcoming interviews you are going to sit. So please prepare a template answer for this for 60 to 90 seconds, where you have to mention about your name, degree, your places, languages you know, tools you know, frameworks you know, and about your project or experience, and then tell about uh, let's say your hobbies, and then tell about two technical skills and two soft skills you have already. Okay, and if possible tell them about your strength and weaknesses. Okay, and at the end tell about the objective. So objective should be aligned with the Accenture's objective. Okay, so that it will impact more on your selection. Okay, now the interviewer can ask you questions from your intro. Okay, that can be related to project at first. So what project you have worked on, you have to explain it fully. So the candidate has mentioned that he or she had done their project on Selenium Java, right? So that's why you have to explain, the she had to explain all the things like for domain, tech stack, team size, outcome, etc., or responsibilities, what are the difficulties they have faced, and what's the framework they have used, etc., etc. They have faced the questions. I'll share the more project questions. Just before that, let me share the most asked questions the see or you will face. Okay, that is um this. So let's say he has done the project on Selenium or testing. Whatever project, it doesn't matter if you have done any project related to web development or coding related, then they are going to ask you questions after merging the questions with the oops concept. Okay, so they will ask you if you have implemented inheritance or polymorphism or this concept encapsulation in your project, in your framework. If yes, then tell where and how you have implemented that. Okay, so this is the question you can face. If you have not implemented then also you have to explain about the inheritance. What do you know about inheritance? Okay, this is the most important questions from oops, so you have to prepare for that. Explain inheritance concept and practical use in frameworks like common base classes for tests, base tests, common page superclass base page for shared questions, click wait get text, etc, etc. You have to mention. Okay, where we are implementing the inheritance. What are the when you will let's say if you have not done any project, in that case, explain the definition of inheritance and then the type of inheritances like multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, etc, etc. You have to explain with their examples, real-time examples and syntextual examples. Okay, now, let me discuss the next question that was related to HTTP methods call. So this is very common questions in the, like, if you are from IT background, let's CSE or IT or related to that, then you have to face this type of questions like what are the HTTP methods, you know. So there are several methods like get, post, put, patch, delete, head, options, etc. So they may ask you some questions from this get, post, put and delete. These are the four important HTTP methods you must have to remember and answer back. Okay, so get is used for retrieving the resources and post is used to create the resources. Okay, and put which will replace the resources. Okay, already available data, we are replacing the data, and patch is for partial update and delete for removing the resources. Okay, now the next question is what are the HTTP status, you know, status codes, you know. So if you know very specifically like 200, 201, 300, 301, then explain those. And you can explain this way like 1xx is for informational, okay, for continue, like 100 continue, and 2xx which refers to success message, 200 is okay, 201 is created this way, and 3xx which is called redirections, with 301 moved permanently, 302 found, etc. 4xx client errors, 400 bad request, 401 unauthorized, 403 for forbidden, 404 not found. 5xx server errors, so 500 is internal server error, 502 is bad gateway. So you can explain all the statuses one by one. Okay, now the next question is from SQL and very obvious questions. Okay, so what is the primary key and how is it different from the foreign key? At first, you have to give the definitions of both primary key and foreign key. Then explain few points for differences like a column or set of columns that uniquely identifies each row in a table. It cannot be null. Primary key cannot be null, but foreign key can be null. A column or set in one table that references the primary key of another table or same table to enforce referential integrity. Okay, the differences is primary key is unique identifier, foreign key creates a relationship and may be non-unique and can be null depending on the design. Okay, now the next question is from method overloading and method overriding. So the parent question is polymorphism. Polymorphism, the types of polymorphisms are runtime polymorphism and compile time polymorphism. If you are facing these questions like difference between overloading and overriding, then if you start the answer from method like polymorphism, then they will interpret your uh, like you label like you are good, right? So that's why they will interpret that way. Now you have to explain the polymorphisms types, then runtime polymorphism is this and compile time polymorphism is this method overloading, and then explain what are the like differences and the examples, etc., etc. Like you can see method overloading, same class, same method name, different parameter list, signature, it is compile time, static polymorphism. Method overriding, subclass provides implementation for a method declared in a parent class with same signature and return type. It is runtime polymorphism. Okay. Okay, now the next question is from a code. Okay, they have asked the candidate to write a code. Let's say if you have done a project on web development or any coding related, or if you have not done, regardless of that, you will face a coding questions in the upcoming interview. Okay, the candidate has done the project on Selenium, so that's why they have asked to write a Selenium program to read the data from the Excel set. So if you know about Selenium, then you must have to know that the Apache POI is helpful while importing data using Excel. Okay, so in that case, this could be the best solution. Okay, I'm not explaining full because it may not be appropriate for all of you. Okay, so this type of code you have to write not from the scratch, but you can explain the logic at first. You can tell them the algorithms you will use and then write few lines. They will understand that you know. Okay, now, the next question is, suppose there are multiple mobile numbers given in a website, how you find which are the valid mobile number and which are invalid? Give count also. So this is actually very specific to Selenium. So let's say if you are from if you have done one project using mobile development or app development or web development, so in that case also they will ask you to write few lines to give some padding in somewhere, or to give margin, or to create a form in front of them. Okay, so this type of questions you have to face, so please be prepared for that. Now the next question is, open the URL Amazon, search for mobile, scroll the page two times and find the XPath of seventh listed mobile phone. Write a generic XPath. It should work when I use the same XPath in the new tab also. So actually this type of questions for dynamic XPath, I think. So okay. So this type of questions you may face. So I'm not discussing because this is very specific to testing. Write a program to reverse a string. This is common for all. So if you are from electronics, IT background, for all of you, these questions will be common because they're going to judge over the coding knowledge you have. In that way, they will assign you the project, right? So, domain. So that's why you have to be good in the coding part. Okay, if you are solving these codes, then they will assign you a coding related, development related project. Okay, so you can explain that I can solve this in two way. At first using inbuilt functions, and second one is using without any inbuilt functions. Okay, at first you can show the string builders and their inbuilt method like sb.reverse.toString, and then you can explain the logic here. Okay, so I hope you know how to explain, how to write. So if you don't know guys, please prepare through the basic questions like basic uh, coding related interview questions. If you have not gone through the best prime materials for interview, then please go through those because it will be very much helpful for your upcoming interviews. Here you will get all the questions for upcoming interviews like from C++, Java, Python, DBMS, SQL, coding questions, operating system, networking, machine learning, cloud computing, managerial questions, HR questions, puzzle questions, all the things you need to prepare for upcoming drives. All those are available in the materials. You don't have to buy or purchase from any other resource, any other places. It will be enough. It will be enough for your upcoming interviews. Okay, so please go through that. This type of PDFs are provided, so and these are the feedbacks students providing. Okay, so please go through the link provided in the description box or in the comment section. It will be helpful for you. Okay, now the next question is from tell me the maven command, and then the next question is tell me what type of framework you are using. And so in terms of framework, page object model, as they have mentioned about the project regarding Selenium, so in that regarding only they have to answer. Next question, are you designing the framework? So tell me the folder structure of your framework. So framework designing, this is common concept from uh, Java, right? So in that case, if you have not done the project also, They may ask you questions from framework design. So what should be the framework for your project? You have to explain, like for development, for testing, your frameworks should be different, right? The folder structure should be different, so you have to explain that. Now the next question is, okay, so these are all the questions I had to share today. So I hope you loved these sessions. If you found this video helpful, guys, please subscribe this channel and watch the playlist regarding any component that you want, and let me know which content you want more. And again, I'm requesting you to have the best prime materials available at topmate.us/technology. Here you'll get all the questions, all the upcoming interview experiences for all of you. So please go through that. It will be helpful for you. Okay. Thank you.
Please subscribe to Tekno UF and don't forget to like and share with your friends.